Hello and welcome to the channel. I am Walt and today I'm doing a video on the Aegis Boost. The backstory behind that is I've been bad and I went out and got some more video toys. So I've been wanting to play with these video toys and couldn't find an excuse. So I went to the local vape shop and that was depressing. Hardly anything on the shelves. I asked them if they were going out of business or not going with vaping anymore, and they said no, it's just extremely hard to find anything, get a hold of anything. So that's the deal there. So I did find this, and it wasn't too expensive, and it looked like something that I might be able to use, something that I'd use outside working in the yard or whatever. And so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'll get right to it. Here we go. On this side of the unit, you can see that it's the standard Geek Vape Aegis look. You've got the metal frame that's screwed into it. It says Geek Vape on the side of it. You got a little adornment down here. And of course the pod across the top. Flip it over to what I guess would be called the front. Not sure about that even. At any rate, there's our on and off switch and our fire switch. And here's our adjustment switch. It's a rocker switch. You press the upper part of it, rock it upwards to go upward or increase, I should say, the wattage. And then, of course, push the bottom part of the rocker to decrease the wattage. On this side, it's about the same as the other, with the exception of a flap here, which is all sealed in and is a little tough to get open, which is probably a good thing. And that will reveal the USB port for charging. Close that down. Flip it over once again. And we've got that stitched, oh good grief, leather look. Kind of a design that all the Aegis have had. Up here we have a push button. I hate to even put my finger on it because it completely hides it, but that's the push button that you press to get off the pod, to get that to release. So if we look at the bottom, refocus here if it will. It doesn't want to get a focus. Try one more time. Yeah, it says it got one that time. You got some a pattern on the bottom which looks like it could be venting. It isn't. Those holes don't go all the way through. It's just for decoration. And then on the top, which should be still in focus, okay, we have the fill port, which is right here. And again, it's quite sealed and hard for me to get open anyway. With that fill port open, I always tilt the thing on an angle like this when I fill it. It helps because as you're filling it, the liquid will get bunched up in there, however you want to put it, and it'll kind of have a tendency to want to spill back out, you know, prior to the thing being full. You got to fill it a little, let it go, fill it a little bit. I noticed just now, well, here, you also have the drip tip, which spins. It reminds me of like a drip tip on a little one of those little cigars. Got the little plastic drip tip on there. And then one thing I didn't mention, at the top here, you got a little spin wheel, and that's allows you to adjust your airflow back and forth. So to remove the pod, again, my hands are really in the way here. Let me get a better focus. That looks better. You push in the button and pull back. There we go. Push in, pull back. In the bottom, you can see our coil right there. And then if I bring this up, you can see the seal and the 3 electrical contacts that make contact to the pod. So now to get the coil out, you have to take the drip tip off, and then you use a little tool that goes right over this, and you push on that. Yeah, that just moves it just enough that you're supposed to be able to get a hold of it with your fingernails and pull it up on out of there. I've never had any luck with that. I suggest using something like a pair of pliers. And then to put the coil back in, of course, you put it, get it started, and you push down like that. So that's what that's all about. Put the hinge part in first, snap that back into place, put our drip tip back on there, and that's about it, except for going through the menu, which I'll do here in just a little bit. Okay, so this one, I really can't tell while filming it if anybody's going to be able to see anything or not. I have no idea, but we're going to try it. The screen is tiny, so there is a screen on, and it shows the puff counter, the resistance, the wattage, and the battery. So if I hit that 5 times, turn it on, and then hit it 5 times, you see it says power off and it goes away. Hit it 5 again, and it boots back up. If you notice when I press the fire button, it says something that it's firing or something. Yeah. Vaping. Okay. How about that? Just in case you didn't know. Okay, so now the other thing you can do is you can press the adjustment switch down and the fire button at the same time. And right now it's locked. So I have to press the there we go, it says unlocked. I have to press the adjustment buttons dead center, both at the same time, to unlock that. That also adjusts, also locks the adjustment. So here we go. We'll press this and the down button both at the same time, hold them, and there you got your puff counter highlighted. So you can hit that again, your puff counter goes away, and then actually you can vape again. There you go. So that's all there is to that one. As you notice, you press these two at the same time, and it locks it as far as adjusting things up and down. And then, of course, last thing it does is 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sometimes I got to do this. I got to lock that first so that the adjustment is locked, and then go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Power off. Nope. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now everything is locked. It won't fire. It won't do anything. It just sits there looking stupid. All right, how about that? So you got 2 levels of locking. You got to do one before the other, however. Okay, so I'll unlock the vape. There we go. Now it's firing. Now I'll unlock the adjustment. There we go. And it will adjust in 0.5 increments unless you hold it down. And it'll go to 1 increment. And it goes all the way from 5 to 40 watts. I'm going to put it back where I had it before. Somewhere around 27, 28. Yeah, good enough. What it's for. Lock the adjustment. Make sure it fires. Yeah. Okay, so I'll put this in the computer and see if we can actually see that screen or not. Here we go. Okay, we're down to just talking about the review. And I'm going to start out by saying there's one thing I didn't do, and that was go through the MTL coil, the smaller coil, and or larger resistance coil. On that one I got to thinking about it, and I don't MTL, so I'm not going to be able to draw a fair comparison or a reasonable comparison. I really probably just lead people astray. I did look at it, and the inner diameter of the coil is a fair amount smaller than the other one, so there's going to be some obvious restriction there, a little greater restriction for airflow. But beyond that, I really don't feel comfortable even making any comment on it. The unit itself, here we'll have our complimentary on-air vape. Produces plenty of fog for me. I don't feel let down at all with the volume of vape that I get. The flavor is really good. It really is. And that's for a pod mod and all-in-one, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I have RTAs that probably taste a little bit better, but not a huge difference, quite frankly. So I will be using this. This is going to be something that I'm going to have in my rotation. It's a sweet little vape. It really isn't bad. If you draw real hard on it, you'll notice that you're getting some e-liquid up through there. It's kind of a wet vape, I guess you might call it. Now this isn't like it's spitting, you don't have hot burning, embers coming out of the thing or anything like that. But yeah, you can tell, if you draw hard enough, if you're, been vaping for a while now and your lungs are back into good shape and you really hit it hard, you get some e-juice up through there. But if you take a more mild vape, a more mild draw, I gotta hit it again. I do enjoy this. You don't get any of that, and it's just a real satisfying little vape. So with that, I think that's about all I really need to say about it. It's got the flavor, it's got the portability, it's got the volume of vapor. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I'm going to call it that. I'm going to say it's nice. So I'm going to put up some specifications just to follow this, and we'll end it with that. And thanks for watching, and thanks for letting me play with my new video toys. It was fun doing this. I enjoyed it.